Welcome to Wogglebox. My name's Shabnam and this is my story. I'm originally from Afghanistan. I grew up as a refugee in Pakistan. I came with my family to Australia in 2009. My parents fled Afghanistan due to war and conflict and all of that bad stuff. Now, my first impression of Australia was, wow, big country. Big cities, and I still remember the day we would drive, our first day really, driving from the airport to where I live down in Cranbourne, which is very far from Melbourne Airport. And when we were driving through the city, I remembered, seeing the big buildings, seeing all the cars and the people and the hustle and bustle of the city, and I thought to myself that, yeah, this is what I pictured Australia to look like. Cool. And then the more, the further we got out of the city and, the roads became a lot bigger, the houses were more further apart, and then we started seeing cows and I just remembered, I looked to my parents and I was like, are we still in Australia? Aside from everything else that keeps me busy in life, I do karate. I'm a sports, a competitive sports karate competitor, if that's the word. I took it on a year after coming to Australia. I've got my first dan black belt now, and I have competed at many regional, national, international competitions. I think one of my strangest or funniest experiences would definitely be this one time I was registering for a karate tournament, and by this time, I brought my brother into karate as well, so we were both registering for the same tournament, and our names are very similar. So my name is Shabnam, his name is Shabab, and they thought that we were both the same person, so they took one of our entries out. And when we got to the place and we were registering, I was obviously in different events than he was, and then they couldn't find both of us. And so it turned out that they had put Shabab, and they had taken Shabnam completely out of the picture. And when I was re-registering, I was standing there in front of the person, and they were putting my details down, and they said, so, they're Shabab and Shabnam, one's a girl, one's a boy, right? And I was like, yep, definitely. And then I'm Shabnam, and the person looked at me, looked at the form, and then looked up and was like, so a girl? Definitely a girl. But what made me choose neuroscience, I think, was I found it very fascinating, very interesting to learn about how our brains really work. Where do all our emotions come from? Where does all our behavior come from? What are the mechanisms up there really? And how does change of behavior happen chemically and pharmacologically really? So it's just really fascinating for me to learn about how our brains work, and that's been the reason why I've chosen neuroscience. I don't know if I'm going to pursue it as a career, but so far it's solely coming from a place of learning more, really. Thanks for listening to Wogglebox. My name's Shabnam, and that was my story.